And that's how they created Sanskrit.
Alright, I am cutting you off.
Well, hello, I'm Gary.
I'm Daniel.
And welcome to the second season of Pint Travels.
We are coming to you from the exclusive tasting room of Heritage Brewing here in Harveys, Pennsylvania. And why is that?
Well, Daniel, we finally left Long Island. We're going to be taking a Pennsylvania road trip to Breaker Brewing Company in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Wait, you mean in Pint Travels we're traveling?
Imagine that.
Huh.
So stay tuned. We're going to be grabbing some great local beers and some grub along the way. Glad to have you with us. Let's head to the car. So we're here at Breaker Brewery here in Wilkes-Barre. Daniel, what was your favorite?
My personal favorite has been the Santa Fe Pils, a straight-up American-style Pilsner. Nice, subtle, grainy, subtly sweet sort of attack on the tongue at first, turning into a nice citrusy, dry lime sort of finish. It's not always easy to find a place that does a good Pilsner, but when they do,
I enjoyed the Pilsner, but my selection today is going to be the cask selection, the Peach Caramelin. There was a whole lot of flavor going on in this beer, folks.
what was it? Peach, watermelon, lemon, and caramel.
Like all these flavors playing on the tongue at once with that subtle carbonation that comes from a cask ale. Totally enjoyable. If you guys are in the area, please check out this brewery, and we'll see you guys later.
So, I said to him, rectum, damn near herpes.
I don't think you're saying that right.
Am I saying that right?
I don't think you're
I
telling it
swear I'm not saying that right.
Well, we're back from our two-brewery excursion into the northeast Pennsylvania region, and I'd say everything went swimmingly. The second half of our journey, we ended up at Nimble Hill Winery and Brewery. So, Daniel, impressions of the place?
I loved it because normally I am a beer person, like through and through, 100%. But I was a chef for a long time, and wine was always the big thing when it came to, restaurants and stuff when I was in school and early in my career. So I do have a bit of a taste for wine too, and the stuff they had there, awesome.
Nimble Hill is in Mahoopany, Pennsylvania.
Mahoopany. That's an awesome name.
It's a brewery that I've been to. If you follow me on Tap, we've been there a bunch of times. So it's something that I'm really glad that we're going to be able to show you. Daniel, what was your favorite beer today?
My favorite beer was the Wild Apple Sour. Like, it's been a long time since I've had a really good sour, like farmhousey tasting beer like that. And not only was it really good, it had a ton of tart apple flavor, and I am an absolute sucker for green apples. So I was on that all day.
The beer is definitely higher on the ABV than most sours that I've had. It's still really, really enjoyable and definitely drinkable, but something that could definitely catch up on you if you're not paying attention. So don't drink 4 of them and hop in the car.
Yeah, bad idea.
So they go down far smoother than they have any right to for the amount of alcohol that's in them by volume. Much better.
Oh, yeah.
So my favorite, it's the old standby, the Nutter Czech-style Pilsner. So drinkable, Very, very nice balance between the bitterness of those hops and the malt. So very, very nice golden color on the beer. Just goes down really, really smooth. And after a day of long drinking, that's something I appreciate.
So after the first one, you had a nutter.
Exactly.
So, what are we doing now?
All right, so as a special treat, it's definitely that season, folks. We're shooting this in early October. We've got 2 pumpkin beers, and we'd like to try them and tell you what we think about them. The first is by the Susquehanna Brewing Company, so named after the Susquehanna River, one of the tributaries to this region. And the second is the Stegmeyer Pumpkin Ale.
By the Lion Brewing Company, right?
Correct. Right here in Wilkes-Barre. So, we've poured these out. We're going to take a couple of sips apiece. We're going to tell you, here is our Susquehanna Brewing Company, and here is our Stegmeyer.
So, we'll start with Susquehanna here.
How's it look first?
It looks like absolute crystal clear amber, which is perfect for the style. The smell? A little bit of pumpkin spice, but also a little bit of that actual pumpkin and root vegetable sort of aroma, which I love. I love pumpkin and sweet potato and all that. Flavor? Very subtle on the pumpkin spice, but that also means I get that like actual pumpkin flavor in it, which I love. I can't stand pumpkin beers that are all just spice, all the pumpkin spice. I mean, I love clove and cardamom and cinnamon and allspice and all that, but I gotta have some actual pumpkin flavor in it. Otherwise, what's the point?
So before we get into this, I want everyone to just take a look. Of course, we gotta drink out of a Yuengling glass. All right, this is a Pennsylvania-related episode, so America's oldest brewery out of Pottstown, Pennsylvania, gotta represent. So you guys can see here, very, very thin wisp of head, really on both of the beers. The scent, like Daniel was saying, very, very yammy is how I would describe it. You can definitely taste almost like you can definitely smell like a sweet potato. Some definite clove, cinnamon, and I don't really smell any hop character. Nothing.
No.
Coming off that.
Well, not that we, not that we're normally used to.
Yeah. So really, really well balanced. You definitely get that pumpkin flavor, the sweet, this is sort of like a sweet potato flavor. What you smell is what you taste there, though. So let's move on to the Stegmeyer.
Stegmeyer is lighter in color. I would call it golden, like almost a golden orange. The smell, far stronger and a little bit sweeter, like almost a bit of a maple caramel sort of aroma on the nose, along with the pumpkin and spice. Yeah, definitely more of a. It reminds me more of a pumpkin pie as opposed to that, which is more of a straight up pumpkin. And this. Yeah, it has that subtle yet apparently pumpkin pie sort of character in a very good way. Lingers too. Look at the very lingering.
You can see that this kind of does ribbon the glass just a little bit, unlike the SBC.
I mean, they're both very well carved. It's just that they don't retain their head very well. But oh well.
The flavor is just so much stronger here. It's less of that yammy flavor, which is something I actually appreciate in these beers myself. I don't think Daniel agrees with me there.
I love the taste of pumpkin and sweet potato, so yeah.
But definitely stronger in terms of overall sweetness. That's more like a dessert.
Yes.
It's less savory. Definitely something that you'd have toward the end of the night. Now, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. This was rigged from the start. Stegmeyer Pumpkin Ale.
I've seen that guy drink it by the pitcher. It's a little scary.
It's my favorite pumpkin beer. If you catch me at Pennsylvania Oktoberfest in my lederhosen, I'm drinking this beer. It's absolutely fantastic. SBC Pumpkin Ale is still very good, very drinkable, but if I had to, in a pinch, pick between the two, I'd be going with the Stegmaier.
If I could pick only one, I would probably pick the Stegmaier. But that is no knock against the Susquehanna one. It is totally fine too. If this is the only one you can find, that's not a problem at all.
So, coming out to this region is something that I would highly recommend. This isn't going to be the last episode that we do here. That's something I can guarantee you. We want to thank you for coming along with us on our beer drinking journey, and tune in to our next episode.
Cheers.